The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials down 75. Nasdaq is up 25. S&Ps are off 2. Gold contract down $2.30, trading at $12.81 an ounce. You get silver, $15.34 an ounce. Light sweet crude, $52.71. We're going to get light sweet crude numbers this morning. 11.
We had
Thursday.
natural gas, too, at 10:30.
Oh, natural gas.
Two inventory numbers coming at us now.
Natural gas has been, you talk about volatile, folks.
Seriously,
natural
right?
gas is out of its mind. Notes and bonds, they still want higher price. 10-year note, up 10 ticks, 121.23. 30-year bond up 22 at 145.21. King dollar said quite a ride out here today, folks. You get it up 108 ticks. We're at 95.880. Bottom line, it was up 650 earlier. From 8:30 on, it's been getting jammed lower. Get a number to keep your eye on. Once again, it's 95.830. This battle, man. You know, I've seen some battles in markets, but this is a beauty, man. This has been going on since October 24th.
And quite a day, right? You had Draghi over there talking ECB, so some action in the currencies for sure.
You get the euro at 113.70 to $1 US. The yen is trading out here at 109.50, and the pound is like a bull, 130.44 to $1 US. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, Kevin and his team, outstanding show, fast market. You want to understand option strategies, futures, all of the above. You want to find risk in this market, folks. All you have to do is blink in this market, and the S&Ps are up or down 20 points. That's where defined risk comes in an incredible way, and that's where premiums come in each and every day and get sucked out of the market each and every day.
We see it.
Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. Now, here's my question to start the day. If you guys had a crystal ball and could see tomorrow's headlines today, do you think that today's headlines would have been the semiconductors leading stocks higher?
I know.
Never. I mean, this is a pretty amazing trade we have going on here. The fact that the semiconductor industry, which other than retail, what has been beat up more than semiconductors? And they're leading this market higher right now.
And, you know, it's so true. And, you know, I remember specifically, Kevin, and I'm bringing, you know, Lam Research up. Lam was one of the first ones that came down, folks. Okay, Lam's been coming down since March of 2018 of 234. Now, prior to that, it was one of the strongest stocks in the market. Well, this thing is strong like bull and is bringing everything with it. And we know that, hey, listen, man, the NDX 100, you know, the chips like taking it up and taking it down. But my take is that this baby is going to take it up. And the volatility is in spades. And it's, to me, it's a beautiful thing. You know, so.
And you know why it's volatile, Tom? The expected move for Lam Research, $6.17.
It's up 19.
It currently moved $19.50 as we sit here. So, I mean, remember, everyone has to look at that expected move when they're trading options, trading stocks, and say, does that move feel big? Does it feel small? Or does it feel accurate? And that's the way you make your bet.
Right.
Because if you're playing the earnings play, you're really playing the move.
Yes.
Right? Because the volatility is set to that move. Clearly, this volatility was not set to the right level because that move is one that's triple what we thought it would be.
Yeah. And, you know, it's bringing them all along. You know, look at Micron Tech.
Yeah. Micron, really strong.
Yeah. I mean, you're up $2.60. That's taking out a swing. And if we take a look at that, you're at 89 right now. And when you take a look at this baby, you know, that's down from, 64. So, you know what's so cool here? This is what's really going to be cool, folks, to see where they came back to, number one, and that, you know, if they come off here with volume, which looks like they're going to, it's like, okay, it gives you an understanding of where some of these other sectors may go to before this whole market decides that it wants to go higher. Nice setup, man. I mean, you know, particularly, Kevin, the last 2 days, that S&P, bottom line, it kept rejecting price, you know? I mean, they want to sell it off, but guess what? There wasn't enough sellers yesterday.
No, I mean, they tried to sell them. If you look at the day chart from yesterday, and we brought this up in the afternoon shows yesterday, they tried to sell this market from late morning, about 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock your time. They tried to sell this market, and it just failed.
Right.
And then it just ground higher the rest of the day. So pretty impressive, and that's kind of what you see from these markets right now. You know, the expectations are so low. Right? That Texas Instruments, they had good numbers, but not great numbers. But the expectations now, it looks like in terms of the semiconductor industry, the cloud is just moving on. And, people are realizing that some of these stocks are pretty cheap.
Yeah, no, look at that. Texas Instruments, too. Because as Kevin just said.
Micron almost 8% right now.
No, and those numbers weren't great. But guess what? They're buying all of them, man. I mean, so picture this, folks. You've already done 3.4 million shares. And like last week at the high, you only did 6.7. So they're loading up, man. And it totally makes sense because even if this was like a dead cat bounce, well, the dead cat bounce on these semis can go quite a while because they've got hit so dramatically. So.
Right, and if you listen to some of the comments from, remember what even Micron, what they said, all their excess inventory that they had should be done by mid-year.
Right.
Basically, Lam Research said, we're through that. All the problems that this sector had, we're through it, is what he said yesterday. I think that's what gave their stock such a lift higher. So I'm not sure. This is one of those. These stocks have room to run.
Yeah, they do.
Once we get this cloud off of them, these stocks can go.
And what's amazing is we all know every single day we use more chips.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tommy gave me one of those tiles so I don't lose my keys or my phone, and it's awesome, and it's so cool, man.
And I got one for Christmas. That's how I got it. So
but
it's like I got one
guess
too.
what? They really work, and it's like, okay, you're running around with a chip. Well,
He loses his keys occasionally, Kevin. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Technology.
Hey, it's much better than pinning him to his sweater,
And
right?
technology. Now he's got a microchip on him, and he can't lose him. There you go. Somebody made that microchip.
Oh, I think it's so smart, man. I love that.
Think about this, guys. I literally monitored. My daughter was coming home from a basketball game on a school bus.
Yes.
I monitored where the bus was as it got closer and closer to school to time when I could go pick her up.
I know.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I
know.
It really is amazing.
Yeah, I've gone away with friends, same deal, and you just like share your location with everybody, so then you're out, you know where you are, right? I mean, the same. It's pretty cool where you are, right?
Yeah, and there's no doubt the chips are getting smarter and smaller, right?
And not to mention, Boeing's going to have flying taxis coming at us with.
Did you see that flying taxi, Kevin?
A flying taxi. I like flying. It's a very efficient way to travel. I don't know if I want to do it in a taxi, though.
I imagine you're not the only one where they have a little bit of a barrier for personal acceptance for you. The door just opening, there being no pilot, and you jumping on.
Yeah, that's one of those, oh, hey, that sounds great. You first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know how you let the latest Apple update work out all the kinks when they release it, and maybe you let the system work itself out.
You gotta love it.
Exactly.
You gotta love it.
But boys, earnings today, Intel, Starbucks coming up. I mean, they're coming fast and furious right now, guys.
Man.
Big
and
numbers.
Next week too, right? Yeah.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, outstanding show. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show, and you have a great weekend, man.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 24, Nasdaq's up 36, S&Ps are up 3.5. This market wants higher price, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 14. You get the Nasdaq up 46. S&Ps are up 5. Bottom line is that you can see that Dow Industrials just shook it off in a monster way. We're going to go to natural gas, but we got to go through this story, folks. This is about as sick as you get. Okay, this is.
Oh, that's interesting. I was reading all about that on my phone, and I didn't even realize. You know, sometimes during the break, folks were doing our own thing, right? You're over there. That's what I was reading about on the phone, and I didn't even realize you had this article up here. Pretty amazing.
This is how out of touch. Okay, Wilbur Ross is. Flat out. Okay.
Who happens to be the Commerce Secretary, to put things in perspective.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So check this out. This is live this morning. This ain't fake news, by the way. Okay. Because this is his quote. So Commerce Secretary William Ross said unpaid federal workers could borrow to tide themselves over during the government shutdown rather than call in sick and earn a paycheck elsewhere. Now here's his quote: "The banks and credit unions should be making credit available to them." When you think about it. When you think about these basically government-guaranteed loans, because they're eventually going to be paid, Ross told CNBC in an interview Thursday in response to reports of absenteeism underlying the safety of the nation's skies. You know, bottom line, folks, just think about that for a second, okay? So you're working, you get a Commerce Secretary telling people, well, now you got to go borrow money, okay? It's so Ross is so freaking out of it. It's unbelievable, man.
Well, it's tough, and I'll phrase it a little bit calmer, and I know you're getting excited. But it's number one, you're talking about basically payday loans, which can be up to like 15%. So it's just to put it in perspective. And number two, to not be able to understand the hardships that middle-class Americans are going through when they don't collect a paycheck for 30 days is pretty unreal. You know, if people don't agree with that, then there's nothing we're going to be able to say to convince them. So just leave it. You know what I mean? If you can't comprehend how the Commerce Secretary
it blows my mind,
in charge of commerce can't comprehend how 800,000 middle-class Americans, most of which work for the government, and let alone, okay, what this doesn't even touch on are the federal contractors that work who are not going to be paid, who don't have back pay, who their business just dried up.
But
so out of whack, and you're talking about TSA, you're talking about FBI, you're talking about FAA air traffic controllers. So you know, he's out there cheering for the team.
Yeah,
and it's
cheering for the team.
It's
all right.
unfortunate because his team should be the American people, and
Yeah,
to not be able to understand.
that's how it's supposed to work.
Back to stocks. All right, natural gas. It is Thursday, so we have the Monday holiday. We're getting natural gas at 10:30, as we always do, and then we're getting oil at 11 o'clock today. Natural gas, quite a move already this morning. I got the chart up here. At about 2 in the morning, we're sitting at about 3. We're now 10 pennies higher, let alone where we've come from just the last couple of days. Started the short trading week off at about 335. We trade all the way down to a low yesterday of 295. We're back to 310. So I jumped right away to the 11 o'clocks. What's nice is these actually line up very nicely. And it's because a lot of these contracts were set maybe when it was back here, 8 in the morning. So the 11 a.m.s have a 310 price point. We're trading at 309. Okay, so you're going to have a little bit of value to the downside. There's your bullish spread, 20 cents to the upside, all premium because you're out of the money. And then there's going to be your bearish spread, a little bit of intrinsic value because you got about a penny, which can be 10 ticks. Not much, really, here, right?
And you know what's going to be interesting is that so these are the numbers from last week, folks, where it was really cold across the country.
Okay.
And now it's warmed up. I mean, so it's going to be intriguing to see, what the market expects versus, what we're going to come out here.
Yeah.
And the contract itself has been so volatile.
It really has. This is one, you talk about Kevin Hincks, defined risk, man. You're trading natural gas right now. You'd be a smart person to have some defined risk in this market because it can go 10 pennies one way or the other. So these are the 11 a.m.s, right? So we're looking at about $30, 10 of which is intrinsic value, and then $10 each side of the premium. Jump into the noons. Here would be our bullish spread. So what's nice is I line them up even above, and you can see exactly the difference in the bid offer, right? So instead of costing you $11 here, this one's going to be costing you $14 on the bullish side.
Same numbers too, yeah.
That's why it's nice when you line them up like that, right? And then there's the bearish one. Again, to recap it, there's your difference in the bid offer. And you got same intrinsic value, which is about 6 or 7 ticks right now. And so you're looking at 33, 34, which represents only 3 to 4 pennies of movement. Now, this was the noon that I pulled up.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. Not a bad trade, in my opinion, for sure. Now, jump in. Let's see how these line up. You're going to have the 8 till 2:30s. Now, those line up nicely. Just jumping for a second. Okay, so these are going to be your option with 310. Now, this is nice. We'll use it right here again. So here's your bullish one.
That's wild, man.
Again, looking at the difference, right?
Yeah.
So instead of paying 14, you're going to be paying 23, okay?
Yeah.
But again, you have until 2:30, and you have above 330 exposure, right? You now have 40 cents of exposure as well. Very little premium having to do with the 40 cents of exposure. A lot of it having to do with the time that you have. But nonetheless, there's a realistic chance that it could climb above 330. And same thing on the flip side.
On the other side, too.
Right, or below 270.
Right.
Yeah, and selling that one. You have your little bit of difference here because you have intrinsic value, so you're looking at 49.52. So about 5 pennies of movement you would need, and you're starting pretty close to 310. So we'll see where it shakes out. What was this again? So so you had about $30. The noon had about 35, and then if you want to go for the big ones till 2:30, you're looking at about 50, 52. And that contract just sitting up there hanging, waiting.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Let's go look at the let me look at that contract. So intraday so far. So right now we get natural gas up 3.8%. Okay, so let's see. 309. Oh man, this is interesting too. It's at the end. It's at the bottom of a consolidation. Okay, so yesterday.
Yeah, that's why
you go down with light volume, but you get light volume up today too, man. Wow.
I mean, you can always take just one side of this trade, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because as you said that, I was saying there's a realistic chance. Just leave it there for a second. Before, 330 on this chart is right here. So that's your bullish side.
Right.
And that's where the 11 and the noon ones are capped out.
Okay.
But then the 230 gets capped out at 350.
Yeah.
Well, anything's possible really in this market, right?
Yeah.
It's at least possible where it could jump up to here in a day. Just look how big the previous day's bars are. But the downside seems a little bit tough because it hasn't been down to 270.
No,
270,
I know.
270, right there.
Yeah.
All right, versus 290, even 290 is right here.
Yeah, 298.
Which would seem like that's the farthest it would go. But like I said, those big, I know, right, would seem. You got to put that disclaimer in this market for sure. But that's why I say you're really paying for the time because 20 cents a movement is a realistic move, but it's always nice to have that opportunity.
Okay, so I'm going to speculate to the downside, and this is why. So look at this, baby. So that's yesterday, right? So yesterday,
yes,
at 3:06, you had 4,300 contracts. Now we got up there this morning with 1,400, yeah, and you only got 357 right now, and you're 6 minutes into the bar. This will be intriguing, man, because if it does go down, this thing could blow out its lows, which would be really a trip.
Yeah.
And that would be counterintuitive, especially for the cold that we got last week.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
But guess what? We're already at the end of January, so, you know.
We'll find out.
You're talking about, what, another 6 weeks of, 7 weeks of really cold weather? You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, once you're into March, maybe middle of March, you can get some storms, but it's...
Yeah, even 30 degrees out west. I mean, it's, you know...
We'll find out.
Dow Industrial's up 15, Nasdaq's up 45, S&Ps are up 5. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So natural gas fell 163 BCF.
Pretty close to the estimates, right? Coming in at about a 158 decline they were looking for. Jumping back to the charts. Not too much of a reaction right off the bat. We got a little bit of a spike up to almost 311, down to 309. Looks like the market trending a bit lower as we speak, but as we always know, this takes a couple minutes for the market to figure out how they're going to digest that type of a number. And the first digestion is to the downside.
Yeah, and the movement's not, well, I guess it's moving a little bit more, but this is where the option market makers, I mean, you can see that premium wasn't that much, which is, you know, we thought was kind of unusual. I mean, do you know what I mean? Because it's moved around so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would only caveat that with saying we've been 60 seconds outside of the news, you know, and they got to last another 90 minutes for that pricing of the premium to be accurate. Because the noons, we're only looking at 3.4 pennies.
I know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we could get that. I mean, we already almost got that move. This bar stretches from 307.5 to 311 almost, right? That's 3.5 pennies in 60 seconds of movement. So not bad premium, yeah.
Let's get over, take a look at these S&Ps. So in the break there, we're getting some movement here. We're getting movement pretty quick too. You know, the E-minis here, they tucked their head up above the consolidation since this morning. Let me see what that number is. That's 26.44. Yeah, it just broke it. So now we're going to see whether we get any volume behind this move. The NQs, NQH9, which have been the strongest. That's up 43. Okay, it's not an ABC up intraday, but they're up there in price. Look at that movement, huh? So at 10:09 this morning, well, that's not that much, I guess. Well, no, it is. You were at 66.70. So there's going to be, we get some action here all day long. The dollar index is going to be interesting to see how this thing can shake out, because look at this movement. That is quite a move. Highs to lows. So thus far, you've rejected higher price. Now you're going into this one's going to be a tricky one. Well, so you've already done 21,000 contracts. So we're going into 32. I think it's going to probably do 32, and if we do, that means that even if it doesn't hold price today, it's going to get tested again. You know, because that's good contract volume. You know, it's going into the downdraft. It's pretty amazing that this baby is still fighting over that number. You know? It's like, how does that work?
Just hanging out there.
Yeah. So the number we're talking about, folks, goes all the way back to August 15th, 95,830, and we've got over it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
When you say got over it 5 times, I just see a lot of bars that rest over it. What do you? Okay, different peaks.
Right.
Okay.
And you know, bottom line is that when it's got back underneath it, you know, it has come back underneath it with volume. You know,
it's just kind of hovering above and below it.
Yeah. You know, so it's the number, and you know, we'll see where this baby shakes out. The pound stopped moving higher. The euro, you know, basically had a little juice in it yesterday, but not much. So let's go look at that yen for a second. Yeah, not much movement in the end. Some of the higher volume equities. Now, where do you see this? Because this is when you can see that the chips are like really moving. You got Advanced Micro up 79 cents. You got Micron up 284. Intel 193. Now, that'd be interesting. We'll look at Intel. Oh, look at Xilinx, too. Xilinx up $17.50. That's up 17%. XL1X.
Yep,
this is at all-time highs, then.
20%. Started the day at 90.
Oh, my God. You talk about all-time highs. Look at this. Wow. That is intense. I just put this on a monthly, folks. That's pretty amazing, actually. This is a monster. Holy cow.
Quite a run.
That's quite a run. So, now this, so they do specialty chips, I think. Design, develop, market, programmable logic solutions. The company solutions included advanced integrated circuits, software design tools, predefined system functions. It's pretty amazing. Revenue. There's some revenue. So 2015 they did 2.4 billion. This year they're looking to do 3 billion. Pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.
And the growth numbers aren't huge, man.
No.
But their profit evidently must be.
Yeah, and they're only, even at this price level, they're only, I think it was a $27 billion company. Not to say only, right, but in the likes of, yeah, so 27 billion, and they just came from, you know, so as in they were only starting off at $8, $9, $10 billion company. So you can get some multiples when you're on that level, greater than when you're dealing with the $100, $150 billion companies, where it's really tough to get a percentage increase.
And so we got Intel. So Intel's coming out today.
10 times the size of the company that, you know, they are,
after the close.
Okay.
And Intel, well, this has been a consolidation for a long time, I think. Well, not that bad. Where's that? That's August. This needs, at $50, you need 131 million on a weekly. What day is today? Oh. Well, we'll see what happens when they come out with numbers. They're going to need a lot more volume to basically break topside, but I can't picture them not doing well if these other chip companies are doing well.
Sure, right.
You get NVIDIA up $7.50. You can see Lam Research is the baby, LRCX. And I watched this too, folks, which is pretty cool. What Lam did is that Lam went all the way back to its strength. This is just so weird when this, I mean, this is how markets like to move, but it's really wild when you see like that it actually do it. What you're going to see is that, you know, you broke topside with a whole nother leg up April of 2017. I get this on a weekly. More than likely, that was probably earnings that were coming out. It goes from 125 to 140, okay, in a week. You have volume there of 15.4 million, and then we came down and we tested it with 8.6 million and rejected the price. So it's like, now it has a shot to actually, you know, bottom line, build some cars and get up into higher price. And if we take a look at, let me get this closer now. If you take a look at the highs to the lows, what you're going to see, I think this did a points. Oh, I know what I got. A 0.618 retracement of everything. Yeah, so if I take this from the lows, look at that. So it did just about a 0.618 retracement from the low of 2015 at, what price was that? What is it? 61 bucks?
61, yes.
61 up to 232. What movement, right?
Yeah, back down to 126.
I know.
Back up to 160.
These semis, folks, you better basically move them when you can, you know, because that is, you know, volatility in spades. Dow right now is up $3. You get the Nasdaq up 33, S&P's up 3.5, and let's hit natural gas. Let's see what that baby is.
Let's do it.
Oh, look at that.
A little to the downside. So those contracts we were looking at with 310.
Yeah.
So we're at about probably break even on the noons, but quite a thrust down in that first 10 minutes.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Folks, Dow Industrials up 12, Nasdaq up 34, S&P's up 4. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jack Gleason, as we do each and every Thursday at 40 past the hour. And we got him live from Costa Rica. Every trading day, though, no matter where Jack is in the world, folks, you can find him right at MajorLeagueTrading.com. Jack Gleason, what's going on? Oh, look at this. Now you're really getting local over there, man. That's a beautiful thing. I love that hat, man.
Oh, too funny. So I missed you guys last week. I was traveling to Panama. So my girlfriend and I had to do a visa run. So I can only be here for 90 days, and then you got to leave the country. So my girlfriend booked a trip to Panama. I didn't do any of the research. She did all of the research. So I had no idea what to expect. But this is a Panama hat, so I figured I'd bring it on air here to show you guys. But
and how was Panama?
Oh, absolutely unbelievable. The food was incredible. The prices were totally unreasonable. I stayed in the middle. The Pope was there, so I didn't know the Pope was coming. So then, it became complete chaos.
He was there to bless you. You need a blessing, man.
I already got a few of those. But yeah, it was an awesome trip. I recommend it. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Panama, check out Panama Viejo, or Casco Viejo, which is like the old town. Like basically, it was like started in like the 1600s. It's the oldest settlement in the Americas. So you have agriculture, there's food, obviously, or I should say architecture, culture, food. It's relatively cheap and it's extremely safe. So I love it.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing.
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah, I know.
It was so sick.
So, market-wise, what are we looking at here, Jack?
So I sent you guys over a couple of different charts. One of them being the S&P 500. So we can go ahead and start with that.
We got it up. Go for it, man.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're sitting right now. We just retested, actually just shorted 26.47s, but we're sitting on a 50% retracement from. So last week we closed out at the highs, and then we had the gap down. Monday markets were closed, and then the high of last week on Friday to what was the Tuesday low, that 50% retracement got rejected yesterday. The level is exactly 26.47, but as long as we stay below that yellow line, which right now is 26.54, that's the 61.8 that I consider that draw valid. So today we had a second test of 26.47, and you can see sellers reappeared at that level. We're trading off about 7 points from that level. What I'm looking for us to actually do is just trade back to lower levels of support. I do eventually expect us to get back down to a retest of 2,600, and the only other support level I have before that, that's primary support, is a 26.18. So those are the two levels I'm looking at. And if we continue to stay below that 26.54 level, we'll make our way down towards there. So, we have a little bit more of a consolidation this week so far. There was 11 days in a row where the first or the low of the day was in the first 2 hours. So there was that entire rally, the first hour or the second hour was the low of the day. That trend, quote unquote, did not hold on Tuesday because the low of the day was in the second to last hour, and then yesterday the low of the day was in the third hour. So there isn't the strength that we saw in that initial rally. And I think we're having a little more of a consolidation here developing in the S&P 500 than what we saw out of that initial kind of easy buy. So that's what I have for the S&P.
Nice. And we have gold. So talk to us about gold.
So gold, we had that breakdown. I think that was Friday. It was I think it was the day I was traveling. It was Friday. So I do think gold's obviously in the lower end of the range. It broke out of that, call it a triangle consolidation on Friday. And what I want to see is a lower test of the 1273 level. This goes back to a high-to-high Fibonacci extension series. And so that 38% retracement is what initially held at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
But I want to see, and you can see that bid, I think that was on like the third or the fourth of the year. We got a bid directly off that 38% retracement. Now, since we've broken below that level, I want to see us test the 50% retracement. And since we've already had a reaction off the 38.2, I really want to respect that 50, and that's down at 12, like I said, 1273.2. So I'm marking that up. That's a daily chart you see that I've shared with you, and that's the level I got right now in gold.
Yeah, we got some good volatility in these markets, man. There's no doubt. I mean, those currencies this morning were moving. The dollar was moving like beyond belief, and it hasn't stopped. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really interesting. I haven't been following Forex too much this year so far. Like typically, Forex is a market I go to when the indexes get dead, but the indexes haven't been dead lately.
Right.
So I've just been focusing more on the indexes. But it's it's a trader's market. Trends are turning on a dime.
Yes.
And it's really an opportunity. You can't have a bias here. More than it was really easy to have a bias for 9 years, but you can't have a bias anymore.
Right. Yeah, which is pretty cool because, folks, if you use those fib numbers, it seems that and we've said this before, when you get volatility, these fib numbers seem to hit a lot more consistency.
Well, you need retracements to trade retracements, right?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
right.
to joke,
right.
but
just back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Until
That's totally true, though. I mean, without volatility, the Fibonacci sequences are not going to work as well because, like you said, you need retracements to have retracements, and it's like the computer programs turn off. I completely change my strategy when I'm trading a dual market to just retesting ranges and looking for very smaller time frames. But when you have these trends, it's a much clearer picture, and you see the reactions to the tick. So to me, there's computer programs behind them once you understand how they're drawn.
Sure, which makes sense because that's the fib numbers in general are very easy to compute.
simple math, right?
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
Simple math. It's natural math, right?
Yeah, right.
Shells at the beach, they all got fib numbers, right?
You got it,
They
man.
do, man. They do.
Panamanian hat's got some fib numbers hand woven here, guys.
There we go, man.
That's wild. Hey, so now are you an hour or two ahead of us? What time is it there right now?
Well, I'm Chicago time. I was in Panama. That's East Coast time. I actually got my parents in town right now.
Okay.
Nice.
I brought them back from San Jose last night, so they're staying with me on their own vacation. But going fishing later today. I'll have to bring up some photos next Thursday.
Oh, awesome, man.
Totally.
And what's the temperature right now?
Right now it's 87 degrees.
Oh,
so
so
I think there's like a snowstorm in Chicago right now. So my parents are happy to get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
That's the perfect time of the year, January.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
It's hard to comprehend that it's 87, and you're not that far away from Chicago, really. You know?
You just keep going south.
Right.
Keep going south.
Gotta love it.
Cool.
Well, listen, man, you have a great week, safe week. Catch some fish out there. And,
Enjoy that beautiful place, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
We look forward to speaking to you next week.
Cool. Thanks for having me on, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks. And listen, folks, you can reach Jack every trading day. It's MajorLeagueTrading.com. Market-wise out here, volatility continues. You get the Dow down 24, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are only up 1 right now.
Let's check back in on natural gas real quick.
Oh,
all right?
look at that, look at that.
Yeah,
look at
holding
that.
pretty steady. 306 about, we're sitting there. So again, we were looking at the 310, so you'd be looking at $40 in value. Not a bad move. Not a bad move. It would have covered your premium for the noons at least. Yeah, see what happens. And it's only 10.50.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's a lifetime in the natural gas market.
Seriously.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what we have here, folks. The opportunity of a lifetime for most. I'm Steve Rhodes, the 2018 Market Timer of the Year. And on Thursday, January 24th at 4:15 p.m., I'll share with you what I see as the next great buying opportunity. This free workshop, sponsored by Ninja Trader, is available to everyone. There's no gimmicks, no credit cards, no lengthy sign-up, and you don't have to be a subscriber to my award-winning daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. All you need is a name, email address, and contact number. Just click on my name on the homepage of TFNN.com to gain access to the live or archived version of the next great buying opportunity. Folks, everything in life happens for us, not to us. The fact is, this workshop is happening for you so that you can learn how, why, and when to take advantage of the next great buying opportunity. Timing is everything. So sign up today on the homepage of TFNN.com.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 38, Nasdaq is up 15, S&P's are flat. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you're going to see right under featured content our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. He is going to be doing a workshop this afternoon.
Pretty crazy. It's January 24th already, man. But Steve Rhodes, he's going to be up tonight, 4:15. He set up a webinar with the people at Ninja Trader. So you can click on this link, brings you over to the Ninja Trader sign-up page, and it's just your name, email address, get you in there for his webinar tonight, talking about the next great buying opportunity in by the 2018 Market Timer of the Year. Congrats to Steve, of course, for that accolade, well-deserved. And yeah, so I encourage people to check it out. This is a Ninja Trader event. We're not really associated as in they're going to be hosting it, but I'm sure it'll be a great educational event. You can get over there with your name, email address, and
4:15.
Yeah, you'll be ready for action. And jumping back, so we get crude oil at 11. For the inventory numbers.
Yes.
And just a quick kind of summation, we're trading 52.81. I took a quick peek at some of the defined trades. You could have a noon exposure, which starts at 52.75, so we're trading at 52.81. And pretty close, right? You're only talking about 5 pennies away. This would be your bullish spread from 52.75 up to 54.25. That's costing you about 25 cents. Same thing on the bearish side, costing you about 25. You're looking at about $50, represents 50 cents a movement that you would need. Keeping in mind, though, that if you only close out one of these trades, as if you just let them go to expiration, you can only make $1.50.
Right.
Now, keeping also in mind, though, that you could always trade out one, leave the other one for value, and you might get some oscillation. Nonetheless, a little bit more premium than we might normally see.
It is.
But guess what, man? These commodity markets have been rocking. You just said the dollar just had huge movement, right?
Yep.
We had big movement in natural gas, big movement in crude. It would make sense. It might be a little bit more premium. And that still might be a good trade, depending on if you think it's got more than 50 cents a movement in the next 90 minutes.
Stay right there, folks. We get Fast Market coming up next. And I'm Basil Chapman, Dave White, Steve Rhodes. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow, look at them, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.